but I'm going to go to the next question because it's really good too. Thank you for this one. And you write, when in your life did you feel closest to God, sisters? Someone wants to know about us.
I really did a deep search because there are those hard, painful, traumatic moments where you're just pressing into God, but there's also moments where God is opening a unique door of opportunity. Paul said, a great and effectual door is opening it, but there are many adversaries. So I said right now, because we have to hear so clearly, so specifically, like we cannot listen at all to anything that is, crazy books, random movies. I mean, we have to be so strategic right now. We cannot miss this great and effectual opportunity that could lead our church to being a 100-year church. It's like that important. Plus, a lot of people are following you. You're moving the sheep somewhere. Things are happening with, government and church and opportunities, and we cannot miss it. So I would say more than ever, both for my husband and I mean, we have blinders on and we are listening to God with
right now.
All that we are right now.
What about you? When have you felt closest to God? Because you've had good, you've had bad.
Exactly. And so my mind went to a totally different place, but with much respect, she's talking about where she's at right now. For me, when the question comes, when did you feel the closest to God? I would have to be honest and transparent and say, in my most difficult times. Now, but there's two sides to that. Sometimes I've been in some difficult seasons, and the grace of God was just on me. The gift of faith was just present. And I could press through, and it would have been something that ordinarily you could have collapsed, fallen apart, had a nervous breakdown. And then there were times that I dealt with depression. I had to go for therapy. All the stuff that we as believers think is just too much. You pray it away, shout it away, So I had to walk through that. And I was closest to the Lord in one of my times, closest because I had to lean on God, because it was against everything that I had even been groomed or trained for spiritually. So I had to open myself up to the more excellent way. This you ought to have done, but not left the other undone. Then there were times that I didn't feel him, but he was right there. An example, got hit by a drunk driver. I wanted to bring the picture, but the car went airborne, flipped 3 times, landed on its roof. They had to cut me out with the jaws of life. It was on the news and everything. And yet I came out without a scratch, not even so much as a cut from the glass. Now, in that moment, while somebody was trying to help me out the car, he says, "You're so calm." And I'm not going to pretend like, oh, I just felt, no, it was just the grace of God, you know what I mean? And I wound up praying for the guy that was trying to get me out. I'm laying hands on him and praying for him. But I can tell you, when I felt it, physically felt it, is too, sometimes when you look back and it's like, wow, I came out of there, I wasn't cut. There was glass in my hair. There was not a cut on my scalp, not just, of course I had to go through therapy and all of that, and I wound up I was dealing with a concussion, but I mean, outside of that, no broken bones, so on and so forth.
Good.
That's
Corey,
our
what do you
flow.
have?
Mine's a little bit different. When I think back and think when was I closest to God is when my babies were newborns. I had to spend a lot of time just sitting and not doing anything when I would be nursing them. And so I would always grab my water and my Bible, and I spent a lot of time in the Word. And when you're reading God's Word, you are just going to get closer to the Lord, And I'm not trying to be hyper spiritualized or be like, I was just this amazing mom. It was just, I was really tired, and I was forced to sit there for long periods of time. And I'm just staring into this face of this creation, this amazing little newborn, and I'm reading God's Word, and it just was a time where I just really felt God's closeness to me. And it was a really special time.
That's so good.